Being consistent with training can get a little bit challenging with work, life, and everything that comes with it. And we've all been there. The deadlines piling up, family commitment, social event, business meetings, and suddenly you feel like your training is the first thing to go. However, staying consistent with your training is still possible. So today I'm going to talk a little bit on keeping your training on track while your schedule seems to have a mind of its own. Whether you're trying to chase hybrid training goals like me or just trying to stay fit, I believe some of these tips may be able to help you out, even when life throws you a curveball. So let's start with some real talk. Life doesn't just slow down because you suddenly have some fitness goals that you want to attain. I've had days with back-to-back meetings, breakfast plans, or dinner plans with people, and sometimes you end the day feeling really tired and looking at the schedule for the next day and realizing that you have a very long day ahead. There were times where I kind of skipped out on my training, and that's before this whole 3 months of consistent trainings. And if that sounds familiar, stick around because I'll share some tips on how I manage these kinds of situations. Now, first things first, priorities. How important is your training to you? And I'm not just talking about staying fit. I mean, like, deep down, why do you want to do this? For me, it's about proving myself that I can improve myself over the long run, and I'm trying to push my limits to see how far I can really go. And it's also about showing up as the best version of myself, not just in training, but everything else in life. And once you figure out your why, you gotta make it a non-negotiable. Just like waking up and showering in the morning, brushing your teeth, you gotta make your training something that is a routine. And yes, that means planning ahead. And I know to some people, planning feels like a chore and it feels very dreadful, but a good plan doesn't have to be rigid. It can be flexible. And most importantly, it just has to exist. And here's my strategy. So number one, you gotta know when is your productive time. Is it in the morning? Is it in the evening or in the afternoon? Then decide which side of the day do you want to slot in your training where you feel like you can be productive at that point in time and still have other areas of your life filled up. And you gotta have to time block your workout. So you cannot just give it like half an hour of time or 10 minutes. For me, my workout will be anywhere between 1 to 2 hours. So I always put them in the morning where I have the time to wake up early and get everything done. And number three is to have a backup plan. So in the case where your schedule is really changed or you have to travel, you have early appointments, like for me in my example, then I will do a night training. Instead of running in the morning, I might run in the evening. And that will be a one-off thing unless another event comes up in the future. Then I will change again. But my daily routine is to work out every time in the morning, every single day. Consistency isn't just about grinding it out every single day. It's also about having fun and being flexible with it. And sometimes that means doing less in the gym or even running lesser for that day. And I believe for me, it is fine as long as I'm consistent with my training. I might have 1 or 2 days where I might have to adjust my schedule, and that's totally fine. And on some days, when I don't have time to go to the gym, I might do some calisthenics workout or bodyweight exercises at home. Flexibility also keeps things fresh. It's about changing your environment, switching up exercises. Like again, it doesn't have to feel like a chore. So there is this thing called the habit loop: cue, routine, and reward. For me, the cue is to put on my shoes and getting out of the house. Once I'm out there, the routine, which is the training, will definitely happen. And my reward is the post-training high, which you will enjoy after any kind of workout that you do. And that makes me happy, and also knowing that I stay committed to my goals. And sometimes you just have to start small. If you cannot do a full 1 hour of workout, maybe just try 5 minutes. Commit to that 5 minutes, and most of the time you'll end up doing more because you enjoy the process. So touching a little bit more on the point of flexibility, when I was traveling for business, I had to go overseas, so I don't have access to a gym that have all the things that I need for my proper workout. So what I can do there is to go for a run or switch out exercises and try something new just for that period of time when I'm overseas. It wasn't perfect, but it kept the momentum going. And that reminded me that consistency isn't about perfection. It's about showing up no matter the circumstances. Another tip that will help you is to always have your workout gear packed up in your bag. When you have your gear, you have your shoes with you, it's easier to change out and just go for that workout. Another way is to combine your training into your daily life. One of the things that I used to do when I was still a firefighter is to either run to my fire station or cycle there. So while I'm cycling, I don't just do a leisure cycle, I do like a proper fast cycling to my workplace. And by the time that I'm there, I feel like I've already done one workout for that day. And here's the truth, life will always be busy. Waiting for that perfect time is a trap. The key is to embrace the chaos and thrive in it. Remember, consistency beats intensity every single time, and it's good for you in the long run. Small, steady progress will eventually add up. And don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Every workout you complete, every time you choose to go for the training instead of skipping, that is a small victory. Overall, staying consistent with training is not easy, but it is worth it. If you resonated with this video, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and follow me for this 2025 training journey. Let's keep grinding and make progress together. See you in the next one.